My name's Ken Finnan, and my job is to get you past all the exams. And the number one question I get before I do my live, so I'm hoping to save some time and make it less chaotic, is what do I do? I'm taking the test tomorrow or 2 weeks or whatever it is. So let's, first of all, if you're taking it tomorrow, too late, you're fucked. Okay? No, I'm kidding around. Get some sleep. If you're taking it tomorrow, you should not be on my live. You should be getting sleep and you should be going over customer accounts. Literally any exam you take, literally any exam, you should probably read customer accounts. I have crash course videos you can watch, playlists you can watch. Go watch those and get some sleep. If you have a significant other, make sure they do the right thing or ask them to do the right thing. And you don't want to make them do anything, but you ask them. Just massage, that's all I'm talking about. Just keep you relaxed, no fighting, stuff like that. Now, if you're taking it beyond tomorrow, so if you're taking it tomorrow, what are you doing out here? Get off here, click and get out of here. If you're taking it beyond tomorrow, so let's say you're taking it in 2 days. Tomorrow is no testing. It's adding knowledge, reading customer accounts, going over videos, hopefully my crash course videos or others. Bottom line is you don't want to stress yourself out. You don't want to take a test. I'm not a fan of testing. Some people like it. I disagree with it because if you go bad, there's no upside. If it goes bad for you, you're screwed. So I say, don't take a test tomorrow. Take it easy. Around dinner time, you're done. I don't care if you're taking the test at 5 o'clock at night. At dinner time, you're done. Okay? Don't do anything. Again, the night before is always kind of go out to dinner. Don't go, pounding, going fireballs, but just literally go out to dinner maybe, talk to people who aren't involved in it, who don't care about the test, don't want to hear it. You want to do stuff that just relax you. If you have SDC or Notman, they have these little sheets that you can go through maybe the day before. Make sure you go over it like hot sheets or key topic stuff or crunch time facts. Again, I have crash course playlists, a whole playlist on almost every test you can take. Now, let's say you're taking it more than 2 days out. So what you want to do is within the up to, but not including the last, I don't even know if that's right. The last 8 to 10 days is testing, okay? Before that, you're reading and quizzing and testing, all that. A lot of focus on reading, mostly focus on reading, watching videos, adding knowledge. But in the last 8 days, not including the day before, so whatever that is, so 10 days before, you're going to take tests every day. One test, not two. If it's a 63 of the SIE, maybe you can take 2. But again, I don't think it works so well. Oh, I feel the heat on my back. I really just want to turn around and take a dive. The problem is when I go in there, there's a manatee warning. The boats have to go around me. I have to wear a flag saying manatee, don't hit me, stuff like that. Now, up to but not including the day before the test, you are to take one final a day. Now, remember something. When you do a final, review the whole thing, not just the wrong answers. And what you're going to do is you're going to kind of do a triage. There's really 3 or 4 choices. You look them over. If you got it right for the right reason, you're good. Move on. Make sure you read the answer why, okay? 2, if you got it right for the wrong reason, mark that down. You have to review it because if you got it right because you guessed, that's just as bad as a wrong. Almost more dangerous, right? Because you think you got it. 2, if you got it wrong because you misread it, which happens with the Kaplan, Past Perfect, STC, even Achievable, all of them, you can misread it. If you get it wrong because you misread it, but you knew the concept, don't worry about it. The last one is you got it wrong because you didn't know your shit. That you have to review. So really, you're going to have 4 choices, mark them all, and then if you got it right for the right reason or wrong because you misread it, but you understand the concept, don't worry about it. The ones you have to review are the ones you got right for the right reason, and then the ones you got for the wrong reason. The ones you got for the wrong reason. See, when I talk too fast, my brain is here, my mouth is here, and they're not in conjunction. And then ones you got right for the wrong reason, like guessing, and then you got to be honest with yourself. Don't be like, oh, I think I know it, or the ones you got wrong for the right reason. I guess the right reason to be wrong, you don't know it. If you're starting to memorize questions, buy another QBank. STCS 4 supplemental exams. If you want, buy Kaplan. But again, you don't want to add a new QBank in the last few days. You want to do it out so you can literally get used to the question because you don't want to switch it up the day before. Again, you need to go in there like a badass. You need to go into the test like I'm going to fucking own this shit and you're going to run it, okay? You got to go in there confident. You got to understand that if you go in there confident, if you go into this test as a confident badass, not cocky, confident, I know my shit, then when you see a hard question, you're going to go, oh, I can do this, okay? And you can work through it or even mark for review, shit like that. If you go in there where you're not sure and you're like, oh, I'm afraid, then every hard question is going to look to you like, see, I knew I should have waited. And that's a bad thing because you won't try it. I've seen that so many times where if you give someone positive confirmation of good work, they're willing to work a little bit harder on the question. If you're like, oh, I'm not ready, they go, oh, I knew I wasn't ready, they give up. We don't want give up. We want you to attack it like you know your shit, okay? And that's literally it. You maybe want to watch some of my exam walkthrough videos during my live, but not the night before. I don't want to see you the night before. I want to see you after you pass so we can play a song for you and blow it out your ass, okay? Good. Okay, everyone, go beat this thing. You got this. I believe in you. I 100% believe in you. And you need to say every morning, get up in the morning, brush your teeth with your offhand, even if you want to brush your teeth with your foot, and keep saying, I'm going to pass this. I'm going to pass this. Say it like 10 times with confidence. Not I need to pass it. Not I gotta pass it. I'm going to pass it. That's your goal. Go beat this thing. We
just got three things to say. God bless our troops. God bless America. And gentlemen, start your engine. Just got three things.
We're not doing that again. Welcome on, happy Thursday. Again, my second favorite night of the week. The first one is always Tuesday night. That's my FINRA night, and this is my NASAA night, baby. Let's fucking go. Okay, let's get into this real quick. Hopefully, some people took some tests. UMA. I don't know what the hell UMA is. Hold on. Let's get into this. Okay, Mark Ugartika. Is that how you say your name? Okay. That's awesome. Hey, how you doing? It's been a while, right? Okay. Okay, so let's get into this real quick. It's going to be a light night, I think. Usually Thursday nights, and you never know about the Thursday night. You just don't know how it's going to go. Hope you guys are checking out on my TikTok and Instagram. I do a Wall Street wrap up around 4:30, 5 o'clock every day. I give like an under 2-minute version of what happened in the day. Big stuff like, some stocks went up, the markets went up, what happened, why. It helps sometimes. So it's a good thing to do. I think it's quick. I do it on TikTok under Series 7 Whisper, and then Instagram, same thing, Series 7 Whisper. I've had those things since like 2019. Okay. Now, let's get into some questions. Before I do that, don't forget to check out the free resources, the Facebook thing that's scrolling across the bottom, right? I'm pushing it across. FINRA and NASAA Test Prep Network. It's like 7,200 people growing. They have posts every day. We have so many people on there helping each other out. A few tutors going on there, maybe 4 tutors helping each other out. It's awesome. No, nobody's shooting for business. None of that shit. We're just trying to help each other out. Really, really great fucking community. Again, like I say, I'm a dick, and somehow they're the nicest people in the world. I don't get how it happens. Okay, now, let's get into it. If you want to join the membership, remember we meet every Friday night at 6 p.m. Eastern. It's $25, the serious study method, and we go from there. Okay, here we go. Now, I know it's a NASAA night, but that's okay. Probably shouldn't have to do it, okay? You will probably have to do, will you have to do equity on the account? I doubt it. But again, it's easy. It's market value minus debit balance, or it's credit balance minus market value. Boom. That's it. That's equity. I don't think you have to do it for the SAE. I guess stranger things have happened, but I don't think you'll have to. I mean, they probably throw a couple in there, but margin is very simple on the SAE. It's even simple on the 7. Okay. Blocking out the face. I'm much better looking when the words are in front of me. I've started studying for the 66. Okay, just take your time with it. Like, you're still new. You're still figuring this stuff out. Don't worry about it too much. You're still figuring this stuff out. Don't worry about it. You're going to get there. What are you doing? Get away. I have a new heater. I bought one of these instead of a heater, like Aaron makes fun of me because I'm straddling a heater. I have it's one of these walls that heat up. It's kind of cool. Then my dogs are like, hey, can we go pee on it? Now, so you're early on, Ashley. Don't worry about it too much. You're still too early to worry about that, but understand. So let's talk about it. Folks, even when you talk about the Fed stuff, I want you to think about it from the state point of view. When you talk about the Fed stuff, I want you to think about it from the state point of view, meaning that when the federal advisor is going to be what? is going to be registered. Whether they have to register in the state or no? We know they don't. Federal covered advisors never register on the state level. The most they could ever do is notice file. And what happens if they notice file? Okay, I'm trying to see something. Somebody asked a question, and I have no idea what it fucking is. Never heard of it. Okay, I get it. Now I know what they're talking about. Okay, so first of all, watch my videos. If you're just starting, it's too early to worry about. But I understand. Broker dealers register SEC, FINRA, and the state, all three. Agents register just FINRA and the state. IAs register either FINRA or state, never both. IARs register state only, no SEC. The SEC, you notice the SEC does not do individuals at all. Literally, the only one that does the SEC and anything else really is the broker dealer. Don't worry about it too much. I know they're a little jumbled. Now, here's the thing: the securities rules and the professionals like IA and agents and stuff sound the same, but they're not, right? So securities, they register either state or federal or both, okay? If it's very small and it's in one state only, we do qualification. We follow the state rules and we're exempt from federal law, okay? If you remember that from the 7, it's a Rule 147, exempt from federal law. But if we're in more than one state, but we don't happen to be on the exchange, okay? If we're more than one state, but we're not on an exchange, okay, then we would do coordination where we would register with both the SEC and the state at the same time. Now, what happens then is you register the SEC, and then what you're going to do is you're going to work on filing with the different registrations, okay? You file the different states. You're going to be in definitely SEC and then all the states, okay? Then that's called coordination. So let me back up again so we sound like I'm an idiot. Qualification is one state. Coordination is SEC and state together. They're coordinating, but the SEC really determines when you are registered. Then we have notice filing, which is for federal covered securities, mutual funds, only these, mutual funds and Reg D. They don't register in the state, they just notice file. There's a whole thing with filing and notification. Don't worry about it. I haven't seen that being tested out. Okay. Now, it's not much harder than that. I mean, there's much more to it. But again, here's the problem. The vendors love to do this. Johnny has an office in Idaho and no clients. Johnny also has 7 retail clients, but no office in state X. And then he has no office and no retail clients, but he's thinking about a client. And a client called him from another state called Texas. Do they have to register? Where do they register? They're not doing that in the state. It's literally just, do you know the rules? They're not. The vendors try to go out of their way to try to fuck with you a little bit. And remember, most of this test is a state test, and even the federal stuff is how the states handle the federal stuff. Like, does administrator have jurisdiction over an SEC covered advisor? No. Okay. Does the administrator have jurisdiction over a federal covered security? No. Stuff like that. Don't worry about it too much. Okay. So SMA versus, okay, again, SMA, I'm really figuring that out as I go along, okay? So an SMA is not the margin SMA, okay? It's basically a separate management account where we are managing a portfolio of individual securities, stocks, bonds, ETFs, okay? You directly own the securities, okay? Now, what happens is, and you can adjust it to yours, okay? Now, here's what it is. A UMA, okay? A UMA, you're holding, basically, you own direct ownership of securities, okay? Now, a UMA is more like we own SMAs and mutual funds and ETFs, all different asset classes. We integrate multiple investment products, okay? It's really not as flexible, okay, as an SMA. It's more flexible than having separate multiple accounts, but it's much more about having the whole holistic thing all in one. Like is it called the unified management account? Unified management account. Yeah, literally, you're owning a lot of stuff and you're trying to, SMA, you own a specific bunch of securities and you own them. A UMA, you're kind of part of a group and we're managing it as part of the thing. You're just as part of it. We're going to have some SMAs in there, mutual funds, ETFs, a bunch of different asset classes. I know it didn't help you that much, but I hope you give it a little bit of a head up on it. Okay. If you want a diversified all-in-one thing, so like high net worth people, like you or me, normal people, maybe you're rich, I don't know, would do an SMA, okay? If we had just enough money, but a UMA is for like high net worth people who want to have everything, they want to have their hand in every pie, fully diversified in all different type of assets, class, and products. They do that. That's what a UMA is for. Someone has a big ass fucking portfolio and wants it really diversified. Where we want, like, I'm just going to buy equities or stocks or bonds, and that's it. Okay. Okay. I'm trying one thing out too after this. Let's see. Okay. Where are we? Okay. I'm going to come back to you, Cameron. CM. Okay. CM, baby. Boom. Okay. CM, that is outstanding. How great does it feel to be fucking done? How great does it feel to be absolutely fucking done? Okay. Okay. Cameron, I'll come back to you. Now here, let's talk about it. Okay. An SMA, they hold individual stocks and bonds. A well-managed SMA focused on equities would benefit from stock prices. You have direct control over the securities, meaning that you could put all in overweight, you can overweight it in high growth or low growth, whatever you want, okay? But you're gonna have a lot of capital gains, okay? A UMA diversified approach, okay? Basically, it's more going to own these things and you don't really get to decide. Okay, an SMA, you kind of get help to decide what to invest in. That's just two equities. UMA, we have a program. Okay, you're part of a program and you don't really get to tell me what to buy. You're kind of just going along with it, okay? Remember, you're not going to see, you may not see a higher return, okay? Because but you're going to, since it's diversified. Remember, if you're investing everything in stocks or everything in bonds, or everything in ETFs, you may get higher growth, but you're not as diversified. But you can control stuff. You can be like, I want more stuff in equity versus bonds. Okay. Now, the UMA, you have just buying into my program and you buy it and everything's balanced. So your returns may be lower, but you have less risk across the board. I hope that helps a little bit. So again, someone who wants to be more actively involved, you do an SMA. Someone who wants to be less actively involved and let just a diversified blend of shit go on, maybe UMA. Okay. If you're just, the problem is, I like STC. Look, I like Brian Lee's stuff too, but he only has a couple tests. I like, that's Test Geek. I like STC questions better, but they don't just sell their questions, right? So as far as question banks, the only one you really can do is Kaplan, because they're the only ones that actually just sell the QBank. Okay. So I'm going back to the SMA thing. So Kaplan, because I'm nuts. Kaplan is the only one that sells a QBank. So if you have STC or Achievable or Past Perfect, buy the Kaplan QBank. If you have Kaplan, well, you're fucked. Or you can just buy Achievable on their own. You can buy STC, the whole program, or you can buy, they have supplementals where they sell 4 supplementals. It kind of depends, Gabby, on what you own. If you don't own Kaplan, buy the Kaplan QBank. Again, I don't love them, but they're the only ones that sell QBank stuff. Past Perfect used to, now they don't. Okay. Ashley. Okay. Another Ashley. All over Ashley's. Okay. Okay. Oh, the SOFA question. So as far as the net worth of an IA, it can only be okay. Wait, Johnny Cash, did you? Oh yeah, that's right. That's forgot about that. Okay, now, the SOFA question is when they're talking about the net worth. Okay, when they're talking about the net worth of a investment advisor, it's always based on tangible assets. Okay, it's always based on their tangible stuff. Okay, so like anything that the IA owns. But what happens is if it's a SOFA that's owned by the investment advisor, we're fine. That counts toward the net worth. If it's a SOFA that the IAR brought in because they want a SOFA, that doesn't count. So anything like if a SOFA is in the IAR's home, even if they're the owner of the IA, doesn't count. So what they're saying is the SOFA question's coming in and saying, oh, what counts toward the net worth? Oh, the building, if they own it, any vehicles they have, and if they have furniture. If they own the furniture, it goes toward the net worth. If the IAR or the individual owns the furniture, it does not. Okay. I think that works. Because remember, net worth, IAs have net worth, broker dealers have net cap. Net capital, again, is the value of the broker dealer, or the net worth is the value of the IA. Okay. Okay. What should I plan for the extended weekend be? I tested. Okay, Tuesday. Okay, so your good scores. Okay. Hold on a second. I'll do it later. Now, this week you take it on Tuesday. You should take tests every day, but not Monday. So today, tomorrow, Saturday, Sunday, take one test a day. Review the hell out of it, like the video I do in the beginning of this. Okay. Then on Monday, just go over the crash course playlist. Go over any kind of. Oh, you have STC. You have the crunch time facts. Those will work. Watch any kind of video that's a last minute video. No testing on Monday because there's no upside to it. And then in the morning, maybe read about customer accounts and trusts and joint accounts. That's probably your best bet. If you want to have a little bit of last minute, just like good stuff to look at joint account in the morning of. Read about trusts, estates, joint accounts. That's going to help you a lot because there's not a ton of questions on it, but they surprise people. So why give them up? Okay, so can I also confirm the USA is 3 years? Okay, right. So statute of limitations for coming after someone is on the state level. Yes, it's 3 years from the event, 2 years from discovery, whatever is shorter. And on the SEC, it's 3 years from the event and 1 year from discovery, whichever is shorter. So on the SEC level, you have to, if you find something, the second you figure it out, you only have 1 year to come after them. But if you don't know about it, they give you a full 3 years. Good. Yeah, not everyone sees the SOFA, but definitely some people talk about the SOFA question. Okay, Gabby. Okay. Studying for the 65, if you're just starting, I'm not a fan. Okay. I'm not a fan of just focusing on the one thing. Okay. I'm not. Okay. Now, here we go. Don't focus on any one thing. Focus on everything. When you get near the end, you can start focusing on the regs and stuff. So if you're at the point where you're okay to focus and you feel good about everything and you want to really bump something up, yes, bump up the regs, obviously, and investment vehicle characteristics. Investment vehicle characteristics, that will help you toward the recommendations because recommendations is a thing, okay? So if you can understand all the vehicles, then you can understand the suitability, okay? If you can't do suitability until you understand the products. And then make sure you don't give up on the regs. Okay. Here's the thing. Tax loss harvesting, okay, is basically taking a loss, okay? You find a security at the end of the year, because remember, you're trying to take the loss, you can write it off your taxes and not be out of it. So what you're going to do is sell stock for a loss. You now have a loss that you can use to offset some of your gains. And then you either wait 31 days and buy the same security back, or you buy a similar security that is the same parameter, like the same kind of, like almost like selling GM for a loss and then buying Ford, okay? Or something similar, like maybe selling Coke for a loss and buying Pepsi, or selling Mercedes and buying Volvo. So what you're trying to do is sell the stock for a loss and then buy back a similar security, or just wait 31 days to buy it back and then you don't have a wash sale. The goal is to avoid the wash sale, because if you buy the stock back within 31 days or 30 days, then you're going to have a wash sale and you lose the loss until you actually sell it for the first time. So a lot of day traders have that problem. So if you're an active trader, you might end up going back into a security that you sold already for a loss, and then it screws up your cost basis. So again, tax loss harvesting is selling your shares or product at the end of the year to take a loss. so that you can use to offset some of your gains. And then you buy back either the same security 31 days later, and you get to take the loss, or you buy back a similar security to avoid the washout, and you get to write it off your losses. Hope that helps. Okay, now. Okay, Chris Tuma. Okay. Nicholas, I'll get to you. Now, the CFP in 8 months. Okay. Yeah, you have to work your ass off to make sure you get this stuff done. The best, one of the best providers is Brett Danko for the CFP. I have a couple of my students that did this accelerated one where they did it in like 6 months. It's a lot of work, but it's doable. I think that works. You can do that one. But Brett Danko's is good. And I think Kaplan has programs for it. But right now, it seems Brett Danko is the best one for the CFP. There's a couple places where people came up to me and they told me they had good programs, but I don't know much about them. I just know that Brett Danko has the best return on that. Yeah, there you go. SMAs have lower fees because, here's the thing. Yes, but they could have higher capital gains because you might be trading more. But yeah, it does have lower fees because you're not managing as much. Nick, that is outstanding. How was it? Any surprises on it? That is awesome. Boom, that's awesome. Again, the 6 is a big deal. So you get the 6. The 6 should have been a little bit easier than the SIE, but it is definitely a strong one. Okay. The 63. Here's the one thing about the 63, guys. If you're taking the 63, a lot of people say, oh, it's an easy exam. Don't treat it as an easy exam. If you go at it easy, it's a hard exam. If you got it hard, it's pretty much easy. If you attack it like you attacked all your other exams, because there's a lot of ethics on it. There's a lot of the state stuff, but the ethics is where they're going to get you. Okay, it's not hard. It's just people go, oh, how bad could the ethics be? And it's all over the test. So it's really about, are you doing the right thing? So it's a lot of ethics and prohibited activities. Okay. Antoinette. Ashley, I will get to. Antoinette, that is outstanding. That is awesome. We're so happy for you. This is how happy we are. Dala tu cuerpo alegría Macarena, que tu cuerpo es para dar la alegría y cosas buenas. Dala tu cuerpo alegría. Outstanding. Antoinette, are you done now? Is that it? You're done? You're finito? I'll never see you again? The early spring is always tough for me because I lose a lot of students because they pass and they move on. That's right. And then you never see them again. Usually the fall is okay. You'll get the summer SIE, the fall 7, then the late winter, early spring. 66, and then I'm into new people already. It's crazy. It's so sad. I'm gonna cry. Okay. 123. I'll get back to you. Like, understand. I have a video. Should I take the 65 or 66? Okay. Hold on. Okay. Now, bottom up. Okay. Now, bottom up. Okay. Versus top down. Okay. Bottom up versus top down. Okay. Is bottom up is you're looking at the security first. Okay. And then you're working your way up. You go to security. Start at the security, then look at the industry, then the sector, and then the whole market as a whole. Okay. And top down is you're looking at the market as a whole. And then you say, okay, what sector should I be in? Then what industry should I be in? And then what stock? So you're looking at it differently. That's the whole thing. So bottom up is much more about the stocks, and then we use the securities, then we look at the fundamentals, and then we consider the broader factors. Okay. Top down, we look at the broader factors and pick up a stock. Okay. That's really what it is. So think, in bottom up, we focus on the security, and then we let the economy decide what we do with it. Top down, we look at the economy, and we let that narrow us down to figure out what stocks. Okay. So like, if we think interest rate changes are going to happen, which are not, okay, but let's say we think interest rates are going to go down or up, we're going to narrow it down to the sector, to the industry, to the stocks that I think we will benefit from that. So top down, we're looking at the economy and then deciding what things will benefit and narrowing, niching down. If it's bottom up, we're going to start at the security and then go, okay, what are we going to buy it? Are we going to short it? We're going to long based on what the economy is going to do. Okay. Understand the amount of differences are so little that it does not matter. Okay. So Understand my Series 66 quick and dirty is for both the 65 and 66. But what a lot of people don't realize is that my 63 quick and dirty and is for the regs portion of the 65, 66, and then the 66 is for the non-regs portion of the 65, 66. Okay. So that's really, you do those and you're going to get, the only thing that could add in there, but I wouldn't, is that there's business and economics. But they're so similar, just the weighting's different. There's going to be more Series 7 stuff. That's the difference. There's more Series 7 stuff on it. So if you really want to do it, go watch my 7 quick and dirty, then watch the Gorilla Style, and then go watch the 65, 66 quick and dirty. Because they're such the same exam. And here's the problem. Like, people go, wait, you says 63 on your video. Well, YouTube doesn't want me to upload the same video with 2 titles. They'll give me shit for it. I had it once, and I did that once where I had a 63 one and a 65 one, and they booted and said it's the same thing. So I was like, oh, okay. So that's why it says 63, and I think I even put in them 65. So if you're taking the 65 or 66, and in my playlist or the crash course, you see that I have the 63, watch it. It is absolutely the regs portion of those videos. Okay. Okay, hope that helps a little bit. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Okay. Mary, hold on one second. So now, okay, 6 point, it's not this. I mean, it's sorta, but I have found that the 66 regs questions are a little more difficult. Like, I've watched somebody get like a 60 on the regs portion of the 66, like not a 60, but like borderline, whatever it is, and then destroy it on the 63. So I do think I feel the 63 regs questions are easier, and it may not be true. Maybe just because all you're focusing on is the regs, so you don't have to split your time between regs and investment vehicles and portfolio management and the regs. Okay, where the 63 you're just working on regs and ethics. It could be that. That's really what it could be. Okay. But I have a feeling that the 66 ones are a tad bit harder. Not hard, way harder, just a little more harder to work your way through. Okay, 4 weeks is tight but doable. If you're working full time, if you can get 2 hours a day in, then maybe it works. But if you can't get 2 hours a day in, then it's not going to work. Okay. And again, when do I like you to study? Yes, morning. I love people studying in the morning. Okay. I'm really worrying about, if you can't study in the morning and do it at night, it's not going to be as strong. I mean, it's fine, but it's not going to be as good. Okay. LJ, endless, baby. Okay. That is awesome. Taking the 60, that is outstanding. We are very, very happy with you. Boom, baby. That is outstanding. Getting that 7 out of the way and the 63, you'll be done. So this time next week, done. How great is that? You will be done on this next week. But listen, as I said, attack the 63 like it's a hard ass test. Make sure you got the ethics down. Make sure there'll be a 1 option question. You might get 1 option question. Some people said there aren't, but there definitely are an option question on there. Make sure you got the. Don't worry about every little detail. Don't worry about the really hard regs questions where they give you, like I said before, where they throw like 7 scenarios where the agent is and do they register there. If you get one of those, which I highly doubt, it'd be 1 question. So okay. Hey Ken, I had a question today. Excuse me, I'm having trouble wrapping. Okay. Well, yeah. So this is more for the 7, but I'll talk about it real quick. So understand, it's not that the amortization part is taxable. It's the fact that you're reducing your cost basis, right? Skeletor. Okay. Little He-Man woman hater shit. Okay. So now, if you buy a muni bond at a premium, $1,200, the interest is tax free, and the amortization part is not taxable because it's taking a loss. But the problem is, if you amortize down, say you start at $1,200, and you amortize it down to like $1,080. I'm not going to do the math here because this is not that night. Say you get it down to $1,080. So your cost base $1,080, and then you sell the bond at $1,100. There's a $20 capital gain. So you're reducing, remember, so you're reducing your cost basis down, okay, to adjust for, the time frame, okay? Now, you're adjusting your cost basis down, and if you happen to sell it above your new adjusted cost basis, that's taxable. That's the difference, okay? Other than that, don't sweat it too much. I don't know anything about that role. I don't know anything about that role at all. I don't know. I mean, I think you can get a relationship with a relations banker. Yeah. I mean, if they're in this, look, here's the deal. If you're in the same office, then yes. If you're in the same branch, then you can do anything. Okay. 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 So I think if you're in the same branch, you can pull it off. I think if you're in a different branch, it's harder, and you just got to work your way through this and try to get up and find out where they are. Okay. Hey, Macarena. Okay. Toilet paper. I'll look. Okay. Focus on, okay, starting tomorrow, just watch the crash course stuff. Don't take any more tests. Your numbers are fine. If you're getting 73s, especially if it's Kaplan, but if it's STC, you're probably fine too. If it's exam FX, then just do the best you can. Yeah, watch the crash course. Or at least since it's lit. Oh, if you're really in Alaska, then you're way behind. You can pull a lot of time, okay? I have the whole crash course. It's 10 videos. Watch those. Get some sleep. If you have STC, read the crunch time facts. If you have Kaplan, find their key concepts shit. If it's Notman, find the key concepts piece of paper. Okay. Okay. I'll tell you, I do have a video on it, but it's alpha versus beta. Let me see if I have it. Okay. What can you do with a drunken sailor? What can you do with a drunken sailor? What can you do with a drunken sailor early in the morning? Okay, here we go. Toilet paper. There's my video on it. Oh, I'm near the end anyway. I'm going to be out of here at a normal time. Okay. So now, not a lot of questions. That's good. We're going to be out of here at a fairly decent time. Okay. Nothing from Johnny Cash, huh? Andrew Bauman, stay there. Okay. Now, alpha. So let's talk about beta. So beta is a multiplier. Okay. Beta is a multiplier. So if you have a beta of 1.5, you will move 1.5 times the market, the benchmark. If you have a beta of 0.5, you'll move 0.5 times the market. Okay. So now, if you have a beta of 1.5 and the market goes up 10%, you are expected to go up 1.5 times 10%. So you expect to do up 15. Toilet paper. I hope you got that. So again, you have a beta of 1.5. You will overperform in a good market and underperform in a bad. Because remember, if the market goes down 10, you'll go down 15. Okay. So market goes up 10%. Your beta of 1.5. You're going to go up 15. You're expected to go up 15. Okay. Now, what if you actually go up 17? So you expect to do 15, 1.5 times beta of the market. You're expected to go 15 and you actually go up 17. Didn't you do better than expected by 2 points? That's your alpha. If you did worse, it's negative alpha. So again, let's say you have a beta of 0.8 and the market, I'm using easy numbers, market goes up 20%. You're going to go up 20 times 0.8, which is 16%. That's your expected return. Expected to do 16 because you're more conservative, right? So a beta of under 1 means you're more conservative, and we know that, okay? So you're not expected to beat the market. You're expected to do, well, in a good market, you'll do worse, but in a bad market, you'll do better. Because think about it. If you have a beta of 0.8 and the market goes down 20%, you're going to go down only 16%. You're doing better than the market. Again, so let's go back to this. Market goes up 20%, you go up 16. That's totally cool. That's what you expected. What if you actually go up 17? You're expected to do 16, you do 17. You have a positive alpha of 1. Okay? The video I have in there shows you how to do the calculations. If they somehow decide to be pissed at you, the vendors love to do this. They do the risk-free rate of return. The video will tell you. So what you do is if you say the market goes, say you have a risk-free rate of return of 2%. Everything else is the same. Beta of 1.5, 10. 10 is your market value, risk-free rate of return of 2. So you're really going to find the risk premium, the amount above the risk-free rate of return. So you take your 10, you subtract the 2%. Now you're at 8. You do beta times the 8. 8 times 1.5 is 12. And then you add the risk-free rate of return back in, which is what I say 2. So you're now at 14. Okay? Okay. Okay, now, again, if it's risk-free rate, if they give you the risk-free rate of return, you subtract it from the market, then multiply times the beta, and then add it back in. And then you compare. That's all. Nothing crazy. Okay. Andrew Bowman. That's awesome. That's outstanding. Hope this one works. Certain man in Russia long ago. He was big and outstanding, baby. Andrew, baby. Rasputin. I love it. On to the 63. I love it, love it, love it. Do you have to take the 65? It's important you just be on the sales desk. That's awesome. Look, if you have this, if you're getting the 63, always feel free to get a on your own. Get this. If you get the 63, then on your own you can just get the 65, and then if you ever want to go to wealth management, you're set. Okay. Studied for a month, still getting 64 in STC, Series 7. Am I screwed? You got to take the exam sooner, like a week or two. Okay. Take 2 days off and just, I know the question is, Simon, how have you been studying? That's the question. How have you been studying? Okay. How have you been studying for me? So if you've been reading, then okay, we got to fix that. You'll watch the videos. If you've just been taking tests, take 2 days off and just go back and reread the regs, read the lower section, read the sections that are screwing you up. That's your best bet. Okay. Just if you're doing that, if you're not getting over 64, maybe take a day and switch it up and just go back to reading for 2-3 days. You take it in a week or two. Yeah, go so from now, today's Thursday, right? Spend the weekend reading, going over, watching videos. See how that'll probably bump your score a little bit. Or fucking take a day off. Sometimes just taking a day off to relax bumps everything up. Okay. Cody, I'll get to you. Now, for Series 6, please clarify who must notify. Okay. This is easy shit. Okay. Now, agents. So we're talking about who notifies the administrator when people leave. So it's very straightforward. If the agent goes, and say an agent leaves let's say it leaves JP Morgan to go to Goldman. JP Morgan files the U5, the agent has to verify, then Goldman will file the U4 and the agent has to verify. So everyone involved is responsible. So on the agent side, if the agent leaves and goes to a new firm, both the broker-dealer, the former broker-dealer and the new broker-dealer have to file, and the agent is responsible for making sure they do it. So they're all responsible for it because the agent's not going to file this shit. They don't have it, but that's what they're working at. Okay. So on the broker-dealer agent side, everyone files, or everyone's responsible for it. Now, on the IA side, it depends. If you work for a federal covered IA, then the IAR is responsible for filing. Look, we know the IA really does it, but the IAR is responsible. Because think about it, the federal covered IA does not have a channel. They're not registered with the state, so they don't really have a channel to do this. Remember, all their forms are filed with the SEC, not the state. So the IAR sort of has to be responsible for it. Now, if it's a state advisor, then they have a pipeline into the state. So the IA does it. So again, on the agent, everyone does it. IAR for a federal advisor, the IAR does it. IAR for a state advisor, the IA does it. There we go. Hope that helps. Okay. Cody. Okay, Cody. Now, debentures are unsecured bonds. So they're the same fucking thing. Then so what they get is a subordinated debentures. So we go secured, unsecured, preferred, common. Now, if there's more than one unsecured, say they have subordinated, that comes after regular unsecured. If you see the word mezzanine, you know it's funny. Mezzanine sounds great, right? Mezzanine sounds like, oh, I got mezzanine tickets. It's not. No, they're shit. Like they sound great, but mezzanine is like hiding for worse seats in the house. Okay, so mezzanine debt is like the lowest of the unsecured debt. It's the last thing paid. So it goes secured, unsecured, preferred, common. Inside the unsecured, even in the bonds, even in the secured, there's senior, junior, whatever. Then you have senior unsecured debt, then subordinated, and then mezzanine. Okay, so debenture means unsecured bond. So they're literally the same thing, and there's different levels. So senior debenture is before junior debenture. All bonds are before mezzanine, but mezzanine is still before preferred and common because debt always comes before equity. Glad to help you, Skeletor, He-Man. Okay, now Howie Kane. Okay, any relation to Tim, the former VP thing? Okay, now say 4 to 6 weeks, closer to 6. Again, it depends. If you can find 2 hours a day to study, you can do it in 4 to 5 weeks. I think the magic number is always 4 to 6 weeks. Even if you're working full time on the 6 week to 6.5 week, if you're not working full time, maybe 3.5 to 4 weeks. Okay, that's literally how it goes. Okay, it's a because anything longer than that, you start losing it, right? So anything longer, okay. So if it's anything longer than 6 weeks, you start losing some of the shit in the beginning, and you start burning out. I tell everyone, I had a girl, she was working full time, and she was part of the study group. Now we have a study group, right? If you join the series study group, we meet every Tuesday night Tuesday night, Jesus Christ, every Friday night at 6 p.m. You join the Zoom, you get this, it's on Zoom, we just go over questions. But she came on, I guess it was 2 September. It wasn't this September, it was 2 Septembers ago. She's great. I mean, she's awesome. She started in September. She was at 4 kids, which is fucking superhuman shit. And she said, I'm going to study. Alexandria, if you ever hear this, I'm talking about you. I'm fucking super impressed by you. Actually, the video where she says, how did I pass my 65? She does a video on that. Search for that, okay? It's a great rundown. It's like an 8-minute video. She studied I told her, she said, it's in September. She goes, I'm going to take it in December. I said, that's too fucking long. That's crazy. You'll burn out and you're not going to remember everything. So I had her switch it up. So I said, okay, just study in the morning. And she took that to heart. She started studying from 4:30 to 6:30 every morning. She had a study group. She made her friends meet her at 4:30. Friends now, they're not friends with her. It's 4:30 in the morning. It's fucking nuts, okay? But she passed it in 5 weeks. She couldn't believe how well, she went from knowing nothing in September, Labor Day, to passing the test by Columbus Day. It was crazy. She was thinking December. I said, no fucking way, I'm not going to let you do it. She met we was doing Sundays at the time. We met every Friday night. We did it. She nailed it. She started a study group. She killed it. So if you're working full time, still 4 to 6 weeks. And again, it depends. If you've taken the SIE or there's some finance background, it becomes a little quicker. But if you're brand new to it, you got to, and listen, anyone who's starting this test, I can't say any of these exams. If you're starting now or starting soon, focus on reading the book cover to cover. That's your first bet. Just read it cover to cover. That's your best thing. Okay. 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 Just read the fucking book, Howie. I know that. Here, you want to make it easier? You can watch. I have videos that cover the stuff. So does STC. Their videos are long. Get fucking Speechify. Just open the book, get the Speechify, put it in there, and it'll read it to you. You have Snoop Dogg or Gwyneth Paltrow or Mr. Beast or 200 other people read the book to you. It's pretty awesome. Everyone comes back and says how good it is. Okay. So that's my thing. I say you can't, I don't think you can pass the exam just watching videos. No, I had a couple of people do it. They just watched my videos and took exams. And great for them, but I think that's a risky, it's a high risk, high reward proposition. But he just wanted to get out of the way. And he said, even if I fail, I don't care. And that helps. Like if your job isn't on the line and you don't really care how many times you take it, you can do that because you can take a shot and your score will be better because you're relaxed. But I'm not a fan of it. Got to read, baby. Read the fucking book. Even if you have to have somebody read it to you. Okay. Okay. I appreciate it, AK, baby. I love it. I have next week, next week or 2 weeks, I have a bunch of New York Life offices I have to do. I think it's this for the 7 too. Okay. Yeah, I have like 9 offices I'm doing. It's crazy. Okay. Purchase the capital book. Should I purchase the SEC 65 prep? Well, yeah, if you have the book, don't worry about it. I mean, if you have all the Gabby, if you have all the time, that's great. But I don't know if you have a month or so, then it's fine, do it. I do think the STC is an easier read. I mean, I know that I heard that they're cutting back. They're actually who I don't really listen to because the people who work anyone who's associated with them usually is pretty long-winded, so they're probably into that. But I suppose they're cutting their shit down by the third quarter, so down by 25% to just cover what you need, which is interesting. Um, yeah, Gabby, it's for 65, 66. Yeah, 100%. Now, if you want to buy it, that's fine. It won't hurt you. But again, if you're taking it soon, don't worry about it. But again, having that whole program gives you twice as many questions. And I do think they're a little closer to the exam. Okay. Oh, that's it, baby. We're done. I got to the end. That is super duper quick. Yeah, and the playlist, the membership that we have is awesome. It's every Tuesday, every Friday night. Why do I keep taking Tuesday? Every Friday night. I meant maybe I have dementia. Okay. It's going. I'm disappearing fast. Please, I'm gone. Yeah, the way I eat, I don't know how I still have a brain left. Yeah, we meet every Friday night, 6 p.m. for the 65, 66, and it's literally fucking $25 a month. That's like $8 a fucking class. And again, Arizona, I keep saying Arizona, but Alaska, I'll get to. So now, yeah, I can't move it up because I'd have to cancel it. I'm not going to do that. So it'll be for the rest of my life. It'll be $25 a month. Best bargain on Wall Street. Okay. Oh, I know. I would come up to Alaska. I'd love to go to Alaska in the summer. I heard it's awesome. My mother-in-law went up there to meet her friend. I don't know if they went to Juneau. I don't know where they went. I think it was Juneau, but a lot of places. I mean, it'd be kind of cool to walk around and see a polar bear. Okay. I mean, the wildlife. I mean, it's just moose, all that shit. I always wanted to do. I don't like cruises. I think they're just like virus thing. I'm not I'm not that kind of person. But by the way, before I get into this, if you guys need tutoring, yeah, I do it. Blah blah blah. I'm busy all the time, but it's fine. If you need tutoring, I have other tutors on my website. But check out Michael Weiss. He's at Series7examtutor.com. Good shit. He's definitely a good tutor, and especially for these exams, he has a CFA. He's been in the business like I have. It's pretty cool. Yeah, I'll leave it at that. He's been in the business. He has a CFA. He's really good at what he does. He's super organized, and he's about half my cost. But now back to you. So Alaska, I'd love to come up there. Yeah, if you the problem is I don't think your class is big enough to justify my cost. Okay. But if I come up there, where in Alaska is your office? I'll definitely come up. Okay. No. Just join the membership, Gabby. So hold on. Don't email me. Go on the join button. Hold on. Let me get back to this. So Gabby, be there 1 second. So where are you located? If you're somewhere, maybe I'll find a way to get up there. I'll fly up there. There's a 24-hour flight and go from there. I'd love to go up there and see it. I'm losing weight. I'd rather do it when I lose weight so I can do the hiking because it sounds like there's a lot of fucking healthy people up there. Okay. Anchorage. That may be where she went. Okay. So just outside of it. Is that where the airport is? Okay. Now, so what you do, if you want to join the membership and join in, anyone who wants, it's 65 and 66. You go don't do it in this video. I don't think it's there. But if you go on my YouTube, not the website, YouTube, you go on there and hit the join button. The join button, it'll say join. What do you want to do? Serious study group. You hit that, you join it. Yes. And then tomorrow around 3 or 4 o'clock, you get an alert with the link for the Zoom because they change it every week. And then we meet from 6 to 7 and just take screenshots of stuff you're having trouble with. Okay. Wasilla. I'll find out where my mother-in-law went. Okay. Got it. Yeah, that's where she landed in that airport. Okay. She landed in Anchorage. So she must have been close. I'll ask her if she knows where Wasilla is. Okay. But yeah, just join the membership and then I'll see you tomorrow night, kid. It's a good group of people. They create little study groups. There's definitely a group of people that have become friends from these things because they start their study groups on their own and then they just meet all the time. Okay. But Alaska, I'll definitely find a way to come up there in the next couple of years. Okay. Hold on. Wait a second. What the hell? Hold on. Wait a second. Oh God, hold on. Sorry, I have my website. Hold on. Okay. Study for the 62 with STC. My word about the web. Okay. Yeah, it is different. So Andrew Smith. Okay. I would say it should worry about it. what I tell people to do, I always tell people use multiple vendors. Okay. You want to get Achievable, you want to get Kaplan, whatever it is, get multiple vendors, because what that does, it keeps you kind of agile. Like boom, boom, boom. You know what I'm saying? It keeps you kind of working both, like it keeps your shit working. Okay. So the point is, it keeps you agile enough. So if you do Kaplan and Achievable and SEC questions, your mind is agile enough to handle if they throw some crazy shit at you. Yeah. And just make sure you read. Here's what I tell everyone. Everyone's worried about the wording. Here's the thing. Yes, wording is the thing. And I tell everyone, anyone who takes these fucking exams, come on here and tell me the goddamn words. I'll create a list and I'll make a video on the words that people see that they can't handle. Like if you see words that you go, I never heard of this before. Like on the 7, people know exercise options, but a lot of people don't know that a sign is the short side of being exercise and an option, stuff like that. So if you guys see words that you haven't heard of, put them in the chat and I'll create a list and I'll do a video on it. Okay. Or I'll just explain here what it is and then I'll just make a short out of it or something. Don't give a shit. Yeah, but everyone, the goal to not worry about the way the questions are wording is to know this shit as well as you can, which is why you read, watch videos. Even when you're in the testing phase, it should be 2/3 testing and 1/3 reading. Okay. If you can. Like if you can study 3 hours a day, 2 hours is, because that's a 2/3, 2 hours of testing, 1 hour of reading on the lowest sections. Always keep adding knowledge. Always. Okay. Not too bad. We almost made it to 9. I never know what Thursday nights. It's right. I got to watch. I've been studying. I've been binging. I guess. I don't know what happened. I'm running out of shows because I finished The Night Agent, The Recruit. Fucking great things on Netflix. Okay. Awesome. The Night Agent, the second season was good, but not great. The Recruit, fucking outstanding. Both seasons. Like I almost think the second season's better. And then they end and I got to watch them again. So I'm running. So I started to put on Peacock. That's what she said. And then I started watching Harry Potter. I watched it already. I read the books, all that shit. But I'm watching it again. It's interesting that I'm up to 7. So I'm going to go back to doing that after we're out of here. Okay. Okay, hold on. MJ, baby. Okay. Okay. I like the attitude. You're not going to stop till you pass. That's right. Because I do believe I'm a believer. Okay. We got this. MJ, so here we go. Okay. Okay. Now. Okay, a couple things. One, join the group. So that if you go on the Facebook group that's scrolling across the bottom, and there's just chats for each study test, okay? And then if you join the thing tomorrow, if you do the membership that's on Friday nights, they always looking for people to do study groups with them. They're super friendly, okay? If not, just mention it on the Facebook group, okay? Say, I'm looking for a study group for the 65, 66, so similar. Say you're a month away, you missed it, you'll get support, blah, blah, blah. We'll all cry for you. We'll make you feel better, and then you'll join a group, and then you can. Usually, women are better at doing the groups than the guys are. They really are. They're more consistent. They're more social. Guys are idiots. They like to explain shit. They don't want to admit they're weak. The women are fine. They make a mistake. They go, I screwed up. Some don't, but for the most part, the women's egos aren't in their fucking cocks, so they don't mind being wrong. Okay, and I'm not to be wrong, but they listen to me when I say when you're wrong, you're learning from it. Remember, guys, also remember, when you're taking practice exams, I say this all the time, when you get something wrong, that's awesome. That's an opportunity to see where you made a mistake, right? Okay. Yeah, the playlist doesn't match SDC near the end, right? So I do it in a little bit different order. I do my video playlist in the way that I think it should be done. I don't follow their playlist because I'm not matching it to a book. It just, the SI and the 7 were kind of that way because it worked, because it built the story. I like the way. On the 65, 66, it's a little different because it's not as much of a story. So the first 10 videos are the most important, and then we go from there. Okay. I would think just keep focused. The first 15, 20 videos match up. Maybe not in the order, but they're what you know for the book, and then we go from there. The back end of the playlist is all like one-offs, like this and that, and like a quick and dirty. And like the beginning is all that stuff you need, the bulk, the first 15, 20 videos. And then this is 53. The last 25 or so are like one-offs, like things that a lot of them are what I've heard that were on the exam. So I wanted to make a video addressing that. And that's what I put in there. Okay. Yeah. So the study group, if anyone wants to join the membership, okay, easy stuff. Hit the join button. Look for Serious Study Group. It might even say SA or 7. I don't give a shit. You hit the Serious Study Group. It's $25 a month. Just do it for 1 month or whatever. Cancel it. You know, you can join and then cancel, right? And then it'll just cancel at the end of the month. Because remember, if you don't cancel, you're getting charged again. Okay. But if you're taking it in a month, just don't cancel it right away because you don't want it to end. Then once you join that, listen, guys, you should be turning notifications anyway because my shit's just awesome, right? But humble I am. I am a legend in my own mind. Remember that. So if you join the membership, turn notifications on so that when I send the Zoom link out around 3 or 4 o'clock on Friday, you will get an email or notification that this link went out. If you can't find it, look in the notes. I think they changed the name of it. I think it's called Post now. Yeah, it's called Posts. Not there's a membership tab and then a Post tab. In the membership tab, that's all that. If you go to once you join, you get a member. You find the membership tab. That's where you find the shit. Okay, because usually what happens. No. There's two different things, MJ. There's the study group here. That's on Facebook. That's just my group. Okay, that's like 7,300 people, and they all help and they start groups all the time. The thing I'm talking about is a Zoom group that we meet on Friday nights at 6 p.m. Totally different things. Okay. Yeah, it's a lot the same. I mean, that's what I'm saying. So it's fine. You're good. Okay. Um, yeah. Yeah, I mean, a lot of them are the same order. I mean, there's SA and 7 are usually the stuff it's like equities, it's like common, preferred, bonds, mutual funds, ATFs, annuities, options. Okay, that's where the products go. Okay, they all do that. Now this is different because it's state versus federal, and I just build it as because I don't like the fact that they have like stuff in one chapter and then in another chapter that should be combined. So I combine them on my videos. I have my own personal opinion. Okay. And again, there are study groups on Facebook, but if you want to join the other one, it's Friday nights. It's literally $25 a month. But some people don't join on your phone because Apple, those greedy bastards, more greedy than me, they add 30% to the cost. So join it on the laptop, and then you can watch on your phone. And I literally have people who watch while they're driving. And remember, it's 6 p.m. Eastern. I beg of you guys to remember that 6 p.m. Eastern, because I have some people I see. I'm done. I'm ready to go to bed, and I see they log on, and I'm like. It's 10 o'clock. I mean, so it's 9. Usually they come on at 9, which is 6 p.m. for the West Coast. Okay. What do you mean the big difference? It's just not. SIE and 7 are more product related and suitability. And the 65, 66 is part regs, part suitability, part just knowing the products and knowing like portfolio management. I don't know what you mean by that. I'm trying to figure that out. I don't know the big. I mean, if you mean the big difference between S and 7, there it is. Because the 7 in the SA is based on FINRA and making recommendations, where the 65, 66 is about managing money and stuff like that and knowing the state regs. But I just do it there. I just have it in a different order because I don't like what they do. Because I don't like how some of the stuff that should be together, they have it separated by 3 or 4 chapters, and that makes it hard to remember that shit. So here's what it is. Okay. I do think, look, I love Achievable for the stuff. I love them. I absolutely love Achievable. And I think that, I think they're standalone. They're awesome. But again, I'm a big fan of getting one vendor and buying another vendor's QBank. So in reality, if you think about it, since Kaplan is the only one that does sell the QBank, I think you should buy as a full program, buy anything other than Kaplan and then buy the Kaplan QBank. They make their money. They make their $50. It doesn't cost them anything. And, because if you buy Kaplan, then you want to buy other questions. You have to buy the full program of the other one. So it makes it hard. Okay. I think we're good. Sands, I think I got your questions on. Test you in 2 weeks. That's good. We're going to see you next Thursday, right? So keep taking tests. Don't worry about it. You're fine. Don't worry about it. And then who said they're going to blow me up and they didn't? Who's taking it? Hold on. So Ashley just like disappeared, asked me a question, and then never asked another question. But that's okay. So now, you got me all excited, and then that was it. Okay. Now you're good. Don't worry about it. Here we go. Now, I think we're good. And you're testing in 2 weeks. You got to start doing with 10 days ago. You should start taking tests every day, or at least every other day. Review the shit out of them. Don't take more than one a day. Take one a day, review them, go over the bad stuff. Remember, the first 3 or 4 tests, okay. Did I answer them, Ashley? Did I answer them? I'm looking. Oh, bottom up, top down. Okay, there it is. Okay. Oh, so okay. Got it. Okay, that's fair. Okay. Got it. That's fair. You know, it's funny. I had one person who would ask like 20 questions. It's just annoying, but okay. No, the 7 is not 100. No, the 7 is 135 questions, and you get 3 hours. Really, 125 plus 10, but you get you get a no, that doesn't make any sense. So, okay, Michelle, that would sound a lot like advice to me, but I own Bitcoin. I don't own it as much as I want, as much as I did a long time ago when it was cheap, but I do own it. Don't anything you do with Bitcoin, make sure it's money that you're not going to be too upset if you lose it. Okay. No, the S7 is 125 questions, 10 fake ones, 10 trial questions, right? So that's 135, and you get 3 hours and 45 minutes. The 63 is 65 questions, and you get like 90 minutes, 75 minutes, I think. Okay. Okay. Yeah. So Michelle, I'm not giving you advice. I own it. I do think having a little bit of it in your portfolio is not a bad thing, but make sure it's not so much that you panic every time it goes from 96 to 108 to 96. It's been sitting here in the 90s for a while. Who knows where it's going to go? But it does this for all. It sits on it. Okay. Then get fucking done, baby. Finish this page. You got this weekend. You got literally 11 days. You got to finish that page. You got to finish it. Get it done. Okay. Get this freaking done. So wait, are you taking the 7 or the 66? I don't know what you're taking. Because you're mentioning different things. I don't see where you mentioned it, but that's okay. And Johnny Cash, I wasn't going to play the song because my wife was working on it. She's like, what is that playing for? Okay. Oh, yeah, I know. No, you want to hear sad? I owned 10 of them at $200. And my daughter back in 2014 was like, hey, man, they're a scam. So she made me, I sold them for 1,000. I made money. So 10 of them. I had fucking 10 of them. But then I tell that story to the Achievable guys, and they had not anymore, tens of millions of dollars worth. Okay. Okay. I have Achievable 65. That's perfect. Yes. Ash, Elanker, Texas. That's boom. I love that. That's outstanding. I love it. Yeah, get through this stuff. Don't jump on the tutor train yet. Okay. Tutor train, tutor train. Don't jump on it yet. Finish the book, do some testing, find out where you're weak. Because you may find out you're better when you are. Because I have a lot of people that start tutoring way too soon. I actually kick them off and I say, we'll come back later. Because they jump on and they're like, well, I don't have any questions. I said, okay, we can go over stuff, but it's going to bankrupt you. So I send them on their way. I go, well, move this lesson to later, 2 weeks from now. Get the book done, get some questions, and we go from there. Don't cry for me. Those I know. It's right. It's right. The thing is, there's no way I would have held on to all 10 up to 100 grand, right? I would have sold them, if anything, in the 20s probably, because I'm not going to ride that shit. Yeah, but the best part is it's like a thing I can throw at my daughter for making me sell it for the rest of my life. No, 6 point no. Okay, this is another thing I tell everyone. If you're studying, if you're paid to study, do not study when you get home. So if you're studying all day, do not study at home. 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 Do not study at home when you're taking it all day. Just don't. You need a break. You need a brain break. If you're studying for 6-7 hours a day, you get home, okay, go watch Netflix, watch porn. I don't give a shit. Watch something. Do something not test related. Okay? Don't feel guilty. Don't worry about it. You'll be fine. Okay. I think that works. And again, Howie, don't worry about a tutor yet. Join this if you want. If you really want to do something, join the thing on Friday nights. It's a group. It's like it goes between 5 and 15 people at any one time. Everyone brings questions. We have a good time. They talk. They drink study groups, and we go over stuff. Okay. And it's an hour, 1 hour. Okay. Don't. It's like I'm telling you, don't not about guilty. I'm telling you not to do it. It's actually bad. If you study all day and then study internet, it's worse to do that. Okay. Okay, everyone. I think we did a good job. Okay, we got some stuff done. I'm gonna head out of here because I want to try to eat dinner. I try not to eat too late. Okay, my dinners, I used to eat at 11:30. Now I try to eat like 9:15, 9:30. Okay, everyone. I think we're in good shape. I think everyone's well. Sans, I'll see you on Thursday. Everyone else doing it. Wait, who's taking it tomorrow morning? Somebody was taking it tomorrow morning. Oh, here for people taking it tomorrow morning. Here's
This is it.
Listen
Today's
to this.
the day. You've been studying your ass off. You got good night's sleep. You've been reading. You have your dump sheet done. You're gonna walk in there like a fucking badass. You're gonna get this, okay? This is the day. You've been working. This is what it all leads to. Today. This is it. You're gonna go in there. You're gonna read every fucking word. You're gonna come out there like a champ. I know you're gonna feel like you're failing the whole time, but you're not, because you're gonna do this. You're gonna nail this thing.
Everyone, thank you very much. Have a good night. Have a great weekend. Be good. Be safe. Be warm. Wash your hands. And because you don't want that fucking norovirus, it's going around. Here's the thing about the norovirus, right? So what happens? You get sick for a couple of days, you puke up, right? And then you still have it for another week or two. So fucking A, wash your goddamn hands because antibiotic doesn't do it. The only thing that's hot water and soap, baby, and bleach. Don't drink the bleach. Don't inject it. Just wash your hands. Do shit. Clean everything. Everyone, yo, have a good night. And I